Hi, I'm Bob Crosby with Bo's Fitness Camps. Thanks for joining us today in not so sunny Naples, Florida, in the video lab where it's always form before performance. Today I want to show you a few things you can do for your hips, the most complex joint in the body. We have 29 muscles that attach to the hips. When your hips are tight, you're going to move poorly, and when you move poorly, you're not going to want to move at all, which is just going to exacerbate that tightness. So, we're going to use a foam roller today. A foam roller is probably the least expensive but best fitness tool you can own. You can purchase them wherever exercise equipment is sold, sporting goods stores. You can also get them online at www.powersystems.com or performbetter.com. So we take your power roller, a mat, the floor, your hips, we're good to go. Let's show you those exercises right now. Okay, the first exercise I'm going to show you is a hip flexor foam roll. We're going to take the edge, the end of your foam roller. You're going to place it right there where the upper leg attaches to your hip. You've got a muscle there, the hip flexor, which attaches those two landmarks together. When it gets tight from all the sitting we do, it tightens your hips up, makes them difficult to move well. So I'm going to place that roller on the ground. I'm going to place my hip flexor right on top the edge there. Place my elbows and forearms on the ground. Use that as a platform to pull and push over the edge of that roller and dig into that hip flexor. That pressure is going to loosen up that tissue. That hip flexor sees this exercise enough, it'll begin to lengthen and become more pliable, which will add range of motion to your hips. You want to roll that out for 1 to 2 minutes. Once you've done that, you'd want to do it to the other side as well. The second exercise I'm going to show you is for the inner thigh. We're going to turn the roller so it's parallel to your spine. Push most of it behind you and put your leg up over the roller at 90 degrees. So my thigh is 90 degrees to my trunk. I keep my arms on the ground here and I roll across the top of the foam roller and pull back toward my knee. That's going to both stretch the hip and make that inner thigh, the adductor muscle that attaches to the inside of the hip, more pliable as well. So I'll soften that tissue up again, roll for 1 to 2 minutes, and then you repeat that exercise to the other side as well. And then I'm going to show you a stretch from a kneeling position. With my right knee on the ground, I've got my left knee and toe pointing 90 degrees away. I'm going to place my near arm against the inside of my thigh, and as I rock in that direction, I'm also going to pull my arm back into my thigh. It's going to further stretch that inner thigh and that hip flexor. So as I rock, I'm going to pull my arm into the inside of my knee, push back, pause for 2 to 3 seconds, come back to upright, pause, exhale through the stretch, leaning, rocking away, pulling back, stretching all the muscles that attach to the inside of my hip. I'll do 8 to 10 repetitions, holding those stretches for 2 to 3 seconds apiece. And of course, like the foam rolling, you want to repeat these stretches to the other side. So roll out the hip flexor, rolling out your inner thigh, and then stretching with our little rocker stretch in both directions. We'll open up those hips, make you feel better. When you feel better, you're going to move better. You'll be more inclined to exercise and be more active with less stress in the hip joints. For Bo's Fitness Camps on a rainy day in Naples, Florida, I'm Bob Crosby. Do work.